The basic ethic of sociology is to make the social connection. How we can make the social connection between convert and implement our Islamic teachings to our practical life. The first unit is Islamic Sociology and objectives. Important, introduce everything and the concept should be very clear.
ये मरकजुल मारिफिल मुफन की वो किताब है कि जिसमें अहदिनों के हर सवाल का जवाब है। ये मरकजुल मारिफिल मुफन की वो किताब है कि जिसमें
Dear dignitaries, now I am going to introduce Maulana Nazir Anwar Qasmi to please come at the podium and enlighten us about the subject.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The President of today's program, honorable guests, the panelists on the stage, and all the intellectuals on this hall. This program is quite unique for me in the sense that for a while I was imagining that this giant planet and surrounded by many galaxies, super galaxies around me. Wherever I look, on the right, on the left, on the front side or back, all are the intellectuals and all are the galaxies have come here and gathered together. So really it is my great pleasure that I was given a chance to be here and part of this very auspicious program. And I am greatly thankful to our respected Hazrat Nazir Qasmi that he has given me the chance to become the part of this program. The fact is that everyone knows very well, and you have seen from the very first presenter of this program that many of them developed the syllabus alone. The first one and the second. So they were not needed of any company to support them. And all of us know very well that our respected sir is no more in need to get the support from anyone else. In spite of that, he has given me a chance to be the partner of this compilation. It means I am not to support him. The meaning is that I was supported by our sir to go ahead. So really I am really thankful to you. And furthermore, I was not supposed to present it here. And sir was to present this program in a better way. But still he has given me the chance to come here and to present it. From the very deep part of my heart, I would like to thank Hazrat Nazir Qasmi Sahab. My dear intellectuals, the topic which is going to be discussed here is quite unique in this frame. Because the curriculum we are going to we have introduced, it is purely religious. And in these areas, we did not find such kind of topic to be taught. If we see our traditional syllabus and traditional subjects of our madaris, so the subject of sociology, social science was not touched at all. But this new subject has been introduced here. And it is also quite surprising that apart from this sociology, this is a little common, Islamic sociology has been taken here. So this is also a unique point that was taken here. So this topic I would like to discuss about in detail. So we proceed here. Just before we go, we see the next page. So the final touch for the publication of this book had been taken almost, and therefore it was also been written here. And here just we have Also a syllabus designing committee of MOM. All the dignitaries who had compiled the concerning topics have been mentioned here also and listed here also in detail. And then MOM patron, MOM director, and then everything is mentioned. And the next is author's note. It is also a very brief, but it is quite beneficial. And if you see that in a brief way, it was the complete book has been introduced here. The first thing is the subject: Islamic Sociology, Civics, Islamic Morality, Comparative Studies of Religions will be covered in 5 books. Each book will be consisting of 250 to 300 pages. The second point is this: the first book of the Certificate in Islamic Studies, which is CIS, first year of MOM, will be 3 chapters. There will be 3 chapters in this book, 11 units and 52 lessons. And then after every lesson, various types of exercise, activities and assessments are added to the end of each lesson of each book. One more thing has been added there: the citation or references are incorporated when required at the footnote end. Likewise, इसी तरीके से और भी किताबों की जो रेफरेंसेस हैं, अगर उनको मज़ीद मुताला करना है उस मौजू पर, तो उसको भी हम लोग आखिर में मसादिर के नाम से एक जगह जमा कर देंगे. अगर वो मज़ीद इस मौजू पे पढ़ना चाहें तो you can continue extending further. And the one more thing is that these books are designed keeping the model of NCERT and Oxford textbook and the standard of NEP 2019 guidelines in mind. So when I will come to the lesson, inshallah, I will also point out the things what are to be noted here. And then after, editor's note. It also, mashallah, very precious suggestions have been given by our editors. So we also have incorporated here their suggestions, and it is here, and their names are here also. And then after, the table of the contents. If you see here, we can find various type of topics and many shifts you can see here from one to the other. The chapter 1, good morals and conduct in Islam. So it has around 3 units, and every unit also has many lessons. So in the chapter 1, we have around 21 lessons divided in 3 units. The first unit is Islamic Sociology and Objectives. Just because this lesson and this book and this topic was unique in its kind, therefore it was very important to introduce everything, and the concept should be very clear what we are going to teach here in this book. Therefore 3 lessons have been developed on these points so that everything will be clear to each and every reader of the book. The first lesson is Introduction and the Background of Sociology in the common sense. And the second is Aims and Objectives of Islamic Sociology. So what do you mean by Islamic Sociology? It has been discussed here deeply. And the third is History of Contemporary Sociology. So contemporary sociology and the Islamic sociology, what are the history of each of them? So it will also discuss there that we normally think that the contemporary sociology is very famous. Then we think, okay, it may be very earlier. It was introduced much earlier than the other one. But the reality is that Islamic sociology had been introduced in the 14th centuries, while the contemporary sociology had been introduced at the last 18th or 19th centuries. But it was not taken and highlighted much more. Therefore, the second one went back. And the unit number 2, Islamic ethics. ये Islamic ethics में इंडिविजुअल के अखलाकियात क्या होने चाहिए, इस टॉपिक पर खास तौर से इस पर तवज्जो दी गई है, और इस हवाले से कई लेसन्स डेवलप किए गए हैं यूनिट नंबर 2 से. लव एंड हार्टेड ओनली फॉर द सेक ऑफ अल्लाह, fraternity and brotherhood, compassion and humbleness, honesty and truthfulness, giving charity in Islam, backbiting and slandering are major sins, desirable dressing in hijab, use of rough and slang language is undesirable. So these are some very individual models what are to be focused and to be obtained. Therefore it was discussed here. And the next is social conduct. The basic ethic of sociology is to make the social connection. How we can make the social connection between, and how a society to be developed on the basis of justice and fairness. And it only when we try to convert and implement our Islamic teachings to our practical life. So therefore, social conducts, greeting and showing respect to the teachers and elders, importance of having good company, respecting and taking care of the parents, good behavior with relatives and the neighbors, polite behavior with employees and laborers, and this way we continue. Now this is chapter number 2, contribution of Muslims to Indian subcontinent. In fact, it is the answer to some misconceptions have been raised by some elements. That what did Muslims do in India? They have taken something from here, they have snatched it. So they have some message. Actually, it is the answer of some misconceptions what have been raised. So therefore, keeping this in mind, this topic has been raised here. The contribution of Muslims to the Indian subcontinent. Unit number 4. The educational contribution of Muslims. 4 lessons are there under this. Social and cultural contribution of Muslims, and also 5 lessons are there under. And unit number 6 is spiritual leaders and social reforms. So 4 lessons also have been developed here under. And unit number 7 is Indo-Islamic arts and architectures. So this is also to be focused. Now we see that all the Muslim signs and all the Muslims, whatever show the respect of Muslims, are going to be dishonored. So therefore, we must know about historical moments in India, monuments in India, art of calligraphy in India, development of the transportation in India, how it was developed by the Muslim rulers, and how they have focused on. The next is unit number 8, economic development in Indian subcontinent and Muslims' contribution. So this is also the topic to be focused, and 3 lessons have been developed under this. The next lesson, unit is 9, misconceptions about Muslims in India. So many misconceptions may be on different grounds, when and how Islam was first introduced to Indian subcontinent. Okay, one thing is to be noted here about such kind of topics, misconceptions about Muslims in India. यहाँ पर ये ख़ास तौर से कोशिश की गई है कि इस मजमून को हम बजाय इसके कि मुजादला के अंदाज में पेश करें, ये कोशिश की गई है कि हम इसको पॉजिटिव और दावती अंदाज में पेश करें। इसलिए आप टॉपिक में भी देखते हैं ऐसी बातें कि व्हेन हाउ इस्लाम वाज फर्स्ट इंट्रोड्यूस्ड टू इंडियन सबकॉन्टिनेंट, सो देयर वाज सम बैकग्राउंड ऑफ दिस आल्सो। जिसे कहा जाता है कि यहाँ पर इस्लाम कैसे फैला, तलवार के जोर से फैला। सो मेनी misconceptions were there. How was India before Muslim rules? What was the Hindu-Muslim ratio during the Muslim rules in India? तो यहाँ पर एक और भी ये सवाल के जवाब में है कि जैसे बोलते हैं कि यहाँ पर ताकत के जोर से इस्लाम को फैलाया गया है। तो अगर हम उसमें देखें, जब तक मुस्लिम रूलर्स ने यहाँ पर हुकूमत की तो मुसलमान अक्सर माइनॉरिटी में रहा है, कभी भी मेजॉरिटी में नहीं आया। लेकिन इसके बावजूद भी इसका डोमिनेशन क्यों रहा? अगर इनका डोमिनेशन बाय फोर्स होता तो सबके सबको मजबूर होना पड़ता है कि कन्वर्टेड इनटू मुस्लिम्स। लेकिन वो लोग मुसलमान में कन्वर्ट नहीं हुए और न उन्हें मजबूर किया गया, इसलिए वो लोग मेजॉरिटी में रहे और मुसलमान माइनॉरिटी में रहे। सो दिस वाज आल्सो देयर। चैप्टर नंबर 3, सिविक लाइफ एंड इस्लाम। देखिए इसमें कई यूनिट है। एक यूनिट है ह्यूमन वैल्यूज, इस्लाम एंड इंटर कम्युनिटी रिलेशनशिप, patriotism in the sight of Islam, status of women in Islam, casteism and untouchability vis-a-vis Islam. So ये कुछ वो सवालात हैं। बल्कि सवालात क्या है कि हम जब तक अपने सिविलाइजेशंस को नहीं जानेंगे, अपने वैल्यूज़ को नहीं जानेंगे, तो हम दूसरे से मुतासिर होते जाते हैं और ये लगता है कि नहीं वाकई मुसलमानों ने जुल्म किया है या मुसलमानों से ज़्यादा दूसरे मज़ाहिब के अंदर वो अखलाक और किरदार है। तो ये इस पॉइंट को ध्यान में रख करके डेवलप करने की कोशिश। मैरिटल लाइफ इन इस्लाम, ये भी मैरिज इन इस्लाम, एलजीबीटी राइट्स इन इस्लाम, चाइल्ड मैरिज इन इस्लाम, पॉलीगैमी एंड मुस्लिम्स, कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ डिवोर्स एंड सेपरेशन इन इस्लाम। तो ये वो सारे बुनियादी पॉइंट्स थे जिनको यहाँ पर रेज करने की कोशिश की गई। तो इस तरीके से ये हमारा, अब हम इसके बाद इस पर आएंगे कि हम किस तरीके से एक लेसन को डेवलप किए हैं, हमारा स्टाइल और फॉर्मेट क्या है लेसन को डेवलप करने का। تو چیپٹر نمبر 1 گڈ مورلس اینڈ کنڈکٹس ان اسلام، یہ ہمارا ٹائٹل ہے۔ لیسن کو ہم اس طرح ڈیولپ کیے ہیں کہ جیسے لیسن نمبر 1 ہے انٹروڈکشن اینڈ بیک گراؤنڈ آف سوشیولوجی۔ تو سب سے پہلے لیسنس ٹارگیٹ، کہ ہم اس لیسن میں کیا پڑھنے والے ہیں، ایک ٹارگیٹ دے دے رہے ہیں کہ آپ اس پورے لیسن میں کیا کچھ سیکھنے والے ہیں۔ ٹو نو اباؤٹ سوشیولوجی، ٹو انڈرسٹینڈ وائی شوڈ وی اسٹڈی سوشیولوجی، ٹو فائنڈ اے لنک بٹوین سوشیولوجی اینڈ اسلام۔ تو شروع میں ہم لوگوں نے کوشش کی ہے کہ پہلے پورا لیسن کا ٹارگیٹ دے دیا جائے کہ کیا کیا ہے۔ اب پھر لیسن کے اینڈ پر اب یہاں دیکھیں گے کہ ہم نے اس لیسن سے سیکھا کیا ہے، واٹ آر دی اچیومنٹس آف دی لیسن۔ یہاں پر مائی ٹیک اویز فرام دا لیسن، تو شروع میں ہم اس میں کیا سیکھنے والے ہیں اور پھر آخر میں ہم ریمائنڈ کر رہے ہیں کہ آپ نے اس لیسن سے کیا کچھ سیکھا ہے۔ دوسری چیز اس میں خاص طور سے جو ہائی لائٹ کرنے کی کوشش کی گئی، آپ دیکھ رہے ہوں گے بلیک کلر میں ایک باکس ہے موم بائٹ، اس میں کوئی نئی اصطلاحات ہے یا کوئی اہم پوائنٹس ہے، لگ رہا تھا کہ نہیں اس کو ہمیں ہائی لائٹ کرنا چاہیے یا اس کو اسٹریس کرنا چاہیے، تو موم بائٹ کے تحت اس چیز کو یہاں پر لانے کی پیش کی گئی ہے، یا تو ایکسپلینیشن ہوا ہے یا اہم پوائنٹس کو بیس کرنے کی کوشش۔ تو میں یہ کہہ رہا تھا کہ اس لیسن کو ہم نے کیسے ڈیولپ کیا ہے، اسٹائل آف ڈیولپمنٹ آف دی لیسن کیا ہے، تو اس پر بات ہوئی۔ اور پھر لیسن کے اختتام پر اس طریقے سے کئی الگ الگ طریقے سے ایکسرسائز ہیں، اسسمنٹس ہیں، تاکہ ہم جو کچھ ہم نے پڑھا ہے ان تمام مواد کو اور کانٹینٹ کو ہم ریکور کر سکیں اور اس کو ریوائز کر سکیں۔ تو اس طریقے سے تمام لیسنس کو ہم ڈیولپ کرنے کی کوشش ہم نے کی ہے۔ یہ بنیادی چیز تھی جو مجھے یہاں پر پیش کرنے کا حکم ہوا۔ اور ایک چیز اس میں یہ ہے کہ ہمارا جو دوسرا والا سیکنڈ، تھرڈ، فورتھ، ففتھ جو ویلیوز آنے والے ہیں اس میں پاسبلی کیا کیا کانٹینٹس ہو سکتے ہیں، اس پر بھی حضرت مولانا داؤد برکاتہ کے سامنے بات رکھیں گے۔